Mark Rogers TV counting us down to National Signing Day on February 3rd, and we bring in some Arizona perspective from the Pac-12 with Shereen Rayan from Zona Zealots. Shereen, thanks so much for joining us. This is the first time, and we've already talked up a little Arizona football, so it's good to have you.
I'm excited to be here. Thanks, Mark. And I'm rocking my wear, too. You know, I got my A's on, and
very nice.
We won last night in basketball. I just got to get that out of the way.
The red, white, and blue. So how is the basketball team doing this year?
Pretty well. They're up. I think they're 15-4 now. Okay. Oh, 15-3. Let me get that straight. They lost to UCLA and USC on the road, and they just beat Stanford on the road. So that's good. So now we're Road Warriors. So we're going up to Cal on Saturday.
Okay, we expect Arizona to compete in basketball.
Yeah, I could go on and on about basketball. Football was a
football. There's a few more struggles in football, especially after last year, coming off the Pac-12 South Division Championship in 2014. Right. So if we look at this recruiting class, in terms of those guys that you think are firmly entrenched, that you're confident the commits are going to hold, who are you excited about right now?
Well, I'm very excited about Khalil Tate, our quarterback from Cerro Gardena here in California. I went and watched him play all his last senior season. He's actually at Tucson right now, and he's attending class. So he will be in spring training, and he's one of the most exciting players I've ever watched. He'll jump over people. He's had 95-yard touchdowns. He's had a couple of those. One game he had 6 touchdowns himself, rushing touchdowns. So he's racked up the yards. He's quite exciting, and so I'm excited about him. A couple others. Justin Holt is the son of Julius Holt. Julius Holt used to play for Arizona. Justin is out of Stow Point High School in Tucson, and I met him, and we've talked for a long time. He is such a great guy. He actually surfs, which I thought was very fun. You know, a 300-pound, I think, defensive lineman who sacks and surfs. He is just very excited to be there, and so he's a definite go. And then surprise from last season, which was really exciting, was Michael Eletise. Michael Eletise is from Hawaii. He was, I think, the #1 recruit out of Hawaii. He is he's an offensive lineman. And he, again, he's got the nicest smile, but the sweetest big, you want to hug him, and then he gets on the field and it's, wow, there's Michael. So it was very surprising. It was Ole Miss. It was, he had some great offers and he chose Arizona. He's been visited a lot, and he's definitely coming. So those 3. And then I got to know Jimmy Nunley very well, and he's a tight end, and he really wants Rich Rod to throw to more tight ends. So I think he's going to be very vocal when he gets there. And he got there. He's a gray shirt, so he's there as well. And one more, Antonio Parks got injured. He is in Tucson. He couldn't wait to get there. He was bummed out that he got hurt, but he's also a gray shirt. So those 4 are definitely 3 of those are already there in Tucson, ready for spring training, and the other 2, Eletise and Holt, they'll come in the summer. So those are definite goes.
Well, we saw what could happen with Anua Solomon at quarterback for his freshman season and going to the Pac-12 championship game, but then you lose your best player on both sides of the football with Scooby Wright and Solomon going down for large stretches last year, and there's not a whole lot of depth on this football team. You're competitive, but it's an extremely difficult league, especially that division in the South. Maybe some guys that are on the fence right now that could really help you out if they make the right call to Arizona.
Yeah, I think the defense is the word, but we have quite a few people that we're waiting on. One of them decommitted, Josh Allen. He's a JUCO transfer from Long Beach City College. He was really hot on Arizona, and then I think he started to get some offers that Alabama offered him, and so Rich Rod's staff seems to be able to find those, we call them our kind of guys. And, 2-star Scooby, he was a 2-star guy, and now he's going to the NFL. So we've absolutely lost Scooby Wright. And I just want to touch on the point of Anu. Anu had some horrible concussions, and he could have had a stellar season. He still did really well when he played. He still was, at the top of the charts in the beginning of the season. But we also have Brandon Dawkins, who showed it against ASU that he really knows what he's doing, and he can be very exciting. I mean, the 2 pick sixes lost us the game, but we were right in there till the end. So we've got some great quarterbacks. We got some decommits too, though. We had Devin Monster, another top-rated quarterback out of California. He decommitted and went to UCLA. And Jake Burton was another real exciting player, and he also flipped his commitment to UCLA. So we've had some movement there. But Josh Allen was one that we really, really, really wanted, and the Sun Devils and Boise State are also going after him. But he recently was visited by coaches, and he also made another visit to Arizona. And Paul McGlory is one of our defensive safeties. He's all over Josh. He wants Josh to come, so he's trying to help with recruiting. So there's that. We also departed with Capri Doucette, and he left because of Castile. Sean Riley, I got pretty close to. He lives up here, and he went to Narbonne, and they won the whole championship. And they may have asked him to blue shirt, so he just committed to Syracuse and took Devon Cooper on a visit. So we hope Devon Cooper stays. And then Tyleik Rayner, he also decommitted. So we also have we're waiting for Francisco Nelson. We believe he'll end up at Arizona. He still has visits with Miami and UCLA. And then there's a guy named Francisco Nelson. He committed to FAU, Florida, but he's intrigued by U of A. So that's another guy we're looking at. A couple cornerbacks, Lorenzo Burns. His top 3 is Arizona, California, and Colorado. So he's going all Pac-12. We hope he picks Arizona. Another cornerback, Mike Daniels out of New York. He's got West Virginia, New Mexico, and Arizona. So he's deciding on signing day. Also, Rich Rod's from West Virginia, right? So it just seems like everybody we offer, West Virginia offers. So we tend to be in the, be in the running always with.
They apparently haven't forgiven.
Yeah. No, and then Rich Rod went off to Southern Carolina to see if he might want to be there, and he realized how good he has it in Arizona. And another commit I wanted to mention is his son, Rhett Rod. So Rhett Rodriguez plays at California Foothills High School there in Tucson, and he made all first team Southern Arizona. But he knows the system really well, so he's really going to help his father. But that's next season.
Shereen Rayan joining us from Zona Zealots on the fan-sided network. Shereen, you got me jotting down names like a madman. It looks like it's fairly unstable. There's a ton of names you're going to have to be following to see if they're going to come into the fold there on February 3rd. Wow.
And it's really hot right now. Like it's really our coaches are all over the country right now flipping pictures, and it's really fun to you want to talk about that a little bit, our new coaching staff?
Yeah, let's talk about the coaching staff. You've got a new defensive coordinator from Boise State, Marcel Yates, and so size up the entire situation for us.
So Marcel, so Rich Rod's been kind of envious of watching Marcel. We played against his defense a couple of years. We've been successful, but not in a bowl. So we lost last year in the bowl game to Boise State. And it seems Marcel Yates has always wanted to coach for Arizona. We found a quote from way back that he's always wanted to be a part of it. So yeah, he's very exciting. He's got some great stats, and we're all excited about him. I think he's going to be a great coach. And then also we brought on Dante Williams. Dante Williams comes from San Jose State University. You're like, why would you hire somebody from who is that guy, right? The guy loves California. He has a lot of experience on the West Coast, and he is great at recruiting. So these two coaches are younger. Another thing, they're both African-American, plus Jamil Adaye is also African. So, we've like broken some barriers here, which I'm very proud of the school and Rich Rod for doing, but I think it's going to really help in recruiting. These guys are on the road. They got hired. The next day they're on the road. They're actually in the South trying to fly out to beat the Storms. So, and very socially active, which is good for me. So I know what they're doing.
Yeah, definitely. That's very cool. That's very cool that you got a beat on that. So, Shereen, maybe we can invite you back after signing day and you can wrap things up for us and let us know where
Great.
everything stands at that point.
Yeah, it'd be great. Their director of personnel, Matt Dudek, is a very fun coach, and he all day long he has a show, and all day long his OKG #1, OKG #2. So yeah, it'll be a blast of a day. So that'd be great.
All right, good stuff. Shereen Rayan, join her on Zona Zealots. It's the Arizona platform on the Fansided
Network.
network.
Right.
There you go. Shereen, this is a first time having you on. I'm glad I was able to track you down and we could make some time and provide some insight and information into this class here.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks for having me. I'd love to come back. And maybe you can come on our show too.
Good stuff. All right, Shereen, have a good day.
All right, you too.